Internal auditing services for management systems. How URGS can support your organization. Welcome to URGS International Certification and Inspection Private Limited. In today's competitive industrial environment, maintaining a management system is not simply about achieving certification. The real objective is to ensure that your processes remain effective, compliant, controlled, and continuously improving. This is where professional internal auditing plays a critical role. Whether your organization operates under ISO 9001, ISO 14001, ISO 45001, IATF 16949, ISO/IEC 17025, API Spec Q1, API Spec Q2, API monogram requirements, AS 9100, customer specific requirements, or company specific requirements. An effective internal audit program can provide management with valuable insight into the actual performance of the organization. At URGS International Certification and Inspection Private Limited, we provide professional internal audit, compliance audit, process audit, management system audit, supplier audit, and technical audit support to organizations across industries and geographies. Our objective is not merely to identify non-conformities. Our objective is to help organizations identify risks, strengthen processes, improve compliance, increase operational effectiveness, and prepare confidently for certification, surveillance, accreditation, customer, and regulatory audits. Now, understanding internal auditing. So, what exactly is internal auditing? An internal audit is a systematic, independent, and documented process used to evaluate whether an organization's management system and related processes conform to applicable requirements and whether they are effectively implemented and maintained. A well-designed internal audit looks beyond documentation. It examines how processes actually operate. For example, an organization may have a documented purchasing procedure, but the auditor needs to determine whether purchasing activities actually follow that procedure. Are approved supplier being used? Are purchase specifications clearly defined? Are incoming materials verified? Are supplier performance records maintained? Are non-conforming supplies controlled? Similarly, an organization may have a calibration procedure, but an effective audit asks, are measuring instruments identified? Are calibration intervals defined? Are calibration certificates valid? Are instruments traceable to appropriate standards? What happens when an instrument is found out of calibration? These questions demonstrate the difference between simply checking documents and conducting a meaningful process-based audit. Why organizations need professional internal audits? Many organizations face challenges when conducting internal audits using only their own resources. The first challenge in auditor competence. Internal auditing requires knowledge of auditing techniques, applicable standards, organizational processes, risk-based thinking, evidence evaluation, and reporting. The second challenge is independence and objectivity. When employees audit their own departments or processes, there can be an unconscious tendency to overlook issues. An external professional auditor can bring a fresh and objective perspective. The third challenge is resource availability. Internal auditors often have full-time responsibilities in production, quality, engineering, maintenance, procurement, EHS, or other departments. As a result, internal audits may be delayed, rushed, or conducted mainly as a compliance exercise. The fourth challenge is maintaining auditor competency. Standards evolve, customer requirements change, processes change, new technologies and regulations change. Therefore, internal auditors need continuous exposure to current requirements and effective auditing practices. URGS can support organizations by providing experienced auditors who can either completely manage the internal audit program or work alongside the organization's existing internal audit team. Now, standards and requirements covered. URGS can provide internal audit support across a wide range of management systems and industry requirements. These include ISO 9001 Quality Management System, ISO 14001 Environmental Management System, ISO 45001 Occupational Health and Safety Management Systems, IATF 16949 Automotive Quality Management Systems, ISO/IEC 17025 Testing and Calibration Laboratory Requirements, AS 9100 Aerospace Quality Management Systems, API Spec Q1 Quality Management System requirements for manufacturing organizations in the petroleum and natural gas industry, API Spec 2 Quality Management System requirements for service supply organizations, API monogram related requirements, customer specific requirements, company specific procedures and requirements, and other applicable contractual, regulatory, and technical requirements. The exact audit scope can be customized according to the organization's industry, products, processes, certification scope, and business objectives. URGS internal audit approach. At URGS International, we believe an effective internal audit should be structured, risk-based, process-oriented, and objective. Our typical approach begins with understanding your organization. We review the applicable management system documentation, certification scope, organizational structure, processes, and key requirements. We then identify the areas requiring particular attention. For example, critical manufacturing processes may require greater audit attention than low-risk administrative activities. Similarly, processes with a history of non-conformities, customer complaints, production failures, or supplier issues may require enhanced audit coverage. Based on this understanding, URGS develops a customized audit plan. The audit plan can include audit objectives, audit scope, audit criteria, processes and departments to be audited, audit dates and timings, auditor responsibilities, key areas of focus, and reporting requirements. During the audit, our auditors collect objective evidence through interviews, document, and record review. Observation of activities and process evaluation. We do not simply ask whether a procedure exists, we verify whether the process is implemented effectively. Process-based auditing. One of the most important aspects of modern internal auditing is the process approach. Instead of auditing departments in isolation, the auditor evaluates how processes interact with one another. For example, consider a manufacturing organization. Customer requirements may enter through sales or contract review. Those requirements move into production planning. Production planning interacts with procurement. Procurement interacts with suppliers. Incoming inspection verifies materials. Production converts materials into products. Inspection and testing verify conformity. Finished products are released. Logistics delivers the product. Customer feedback and complaints then return information to the organization. An effective audit examines these interfaces. Where can errors occur? Where can information be lost? Where are approvals required? Where are risks insufficiently controlled? Where can customer requirements fail to reach production? This approach provides management with much more valuable information than a simple clause-by-clause checklist. URGS can conduct internal audits using a combination of standard requirements, process-based auditing, risk-based thinking, and organization-specific criteria. Audit evidence and findings. Next. A professional audit must be based on objective evidence. Evidence may include procedures, work instructions, inspection reports, calibration certificates, training records, production records, purchase orders, supplier evaluations, customer complaints, maintenance records, test reports, quality records, and direct observations. Where a requirement is not fulfilled, the auditor documents an appropriate finding. Depending on the organization's audit methodology, findings may include non-conformities, observations, opportunities for improvement, or recommendations. A strong audit report should clearly communicate what requirements was evaluated, what evidence was reviewed, what was actually observed, what requirements was not fulfilled, and what is the significance of the finding. This allows the organization to make meaningful corrective action. URGS can also support organizations in analyzing the underlying causes of significant findings and developing appropriate corrective action plans. Now, benefits of URGS internal auditing. Why should an organization consider professional internal audit support from URGS? First, independence and objectivity. Our external perspective can help identify issues that may be overlooked during routine internal reviews. Second, reduction in internal resource requirements. Organizations do not necessarily need to maintain a large dedicated internal audit team. Third, experienced technical support. Our auditors can bring knowledge of management system requirements, industrial processes, quality practices, and audit methodologies. Fourth, better audit consistency. A structured audit program provides consistent coverage across processes and audit cycles. Fifth, early identification of problems. Internal audits can identify weaknesses before they become customer complaints, major non-conformities, production failures, or certification audit findings. Sixth, control improvement. The objective should not be simply to maintain certification. A mature internal audit program should help the organization improve process effectiveness and business performance. URGS internal audit program. URGS can develop a customized annual internal audit program based on your organization's requirements. Depending on the scope and complexity of the organization, the program may include periodic internal audits throughout the year. The audit frequency can be determined based on factors such as organization size, number of processes, number of locations, risk level, certification requirements, customer requirements, previous audit results, regulatory requirements, process performance, and management objectives. For every audit, URGS can prepare an audit plan and coordinate with organization's relevant departments. Following completion of the audit, we provide a formal audit report documenting the results. Where required, URGS can also conduct management level presentations to explain significant findings, systematic issues, trends, and improvement opportunities. Corrective action and continual improvement. Finding a non-conformity is the only beginning. The real value comes from effectively addressing it. URGS can support organizations in reviewing corrective actions, identifying root causes, and evaluating whether proposed actions adequately address the problem. For example, if an organization repeatedly experiences calibration-related findings, simply recalibrating one instrument may not be sufficient. The organization may need to investigate why the issue occurred. Was the calibration system inadequate? Was responsibility unclear? Was the calibration schedule not monitored? Was the equipment identification system ineffective? Was personnel competence insufficient? A professional internal audit helps organizations identify systematic issues rather than simply treating symptoms. This supports control improvement and helps prevent recurring problems. Certification and audit readiness. Another major benefit of effective internal auditing is improved readiness for external audits. Before a certification, surveillance, accreditation, customer, or regulatory audit, organizations can use internal audits to evaluate their preparedness. URGS can help identify potential weaknesses before an external auditor identifies them. This can include management system compliance, process implementation, documentation, records, personnel competence, operational controls, customer requirements, and technical requirements. However, internal auditing should never become an exercise designed only to satisfy the certification body. The strongest organizations use internal audits as management tool. They use audit information to make better decisions. At last closing, at URGS International Certification and Inspection Private Limited, our philosophy is simple. An internal audit should not merely tell you what is wrong. It should help you understand why it matters, where the risk exists, and how your organization can improve. Whether you need support for ISO 9001, ISO 14001, ISO 45001, IATF 16949, ISO/IEC 17025, AS 9100, API Spec Q1, API Spec Q2, API monogram related requirements, customer specific requirements, or company specific requirements, URGS can develop a customized internal auditing program aligned with your organization. Our services can include management system internal audits, process audits, compliance audits, technical audits, supplier audits, customer specific requirement audits, internal audit program development, audit planning and execution, audit reporting, corrective action support, and control improvement support. If your organization is looking for an experienced and objective partner to strengthen its internal audit program, URGS International Certification and Inspection Private Limited is ready to support you. For professional internal audit, certification support, inspection, compliance and management system services, contact URGS today. Our email ID is info@urgsiso.com. Our mobile number is +91 73 5945 8455. URGS International Certification and Inspection Private Limited. Professional auditing, objective assessment, control improvement. Thank you for watching. For more professional content on management systems, certification, inspection, auditing, and industrial quality solutions, stay connected with URGS International Certification and Inspection Private Limited. If you like this video, please subscribe our channel for more similar contents. Thank you.